all of this comp for Bro is don't fall behind early, team fight at every opportunity, and always hold control of the dragons and try to take fights using the dragon to pull DRX in.
One of these grubs won't have that available for the next one, though, as Croco will be able to secure that, and then just runs away. So Sponge coming back in, should be able to lock in the last one.
There's an error, like, in my mind, like, I'm getting this vibe, like, that there are no tempo vibes, actually. Like, there's actually zero.
It's a stalemate.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, actually, there are exactly zero tempo vibes in this game. And I think the players know it, like...
sync. You know? They're, like, exactly the same rhythm. You can't... Oh, well, there's a flash in from Morgan, looking for the solo bolo, and there it is! There's your tempo vibes!
All right, Morgan got it done, first blood.
And yeah, who's going to deny 50 gold this time around? The Bros going to take a late dragon here.
Yeah.
Been up for 5 minutes time.
It's in part due to the fact that they were able to get that kill bottom side and then get control of that lane. Here now, he has no TP. This is such a long con play from Croco, but this is going to work out.
He is being very patient as they just wait for him to put down the circle. More needlework is in there, and there is the Grand Starfall as well. Cataclysm comes down, and Morgan just dies. Croco going to have to drag the flag out of there. Back there for Morgan, does give him information.
Now they get the next wave.
There is a Sponge in the area. Yeah. This one's moving forward. There's the public execution. Let's see whether Morgan can survive. He flashes, but he gets stunned up, and the quickness comes in! And Morgan will survive! The shockwave is there! And the Bros answer back! These are two very brawly compositions as well. I feel like fights will go for a while.
That's true.
Although I guess shockwave does mean that, like, if you do land a big one, then likely they're, you know, people are going to die very, very quickly still.
For DRX, you're hoping
if that doesn't happen, if that doesn't happen, then they could be fighting just for a really long time. Rift Herald is just going to be taken here by a DRX.
Is that Ocean Drake and not something like a Hextech or an Infernal or even Mountain? And they're going to get that charge here in the mid lane and look for the turret take, and they will get it. So I think DRX in a pretty nice position right now. Sure, the gold is basically still dead even, and the game is very close, but DRX feeling comfortable right now as Yeho for the flash.
Yep, flash bear is going to come on in. There is the stun as in goes Polu yet again and finds the quickness to save his mid laner. This guy is actually just an ambulance, man.
Yeah, has his Mikhails at the ready, and he is fixing problems everywhere right now.
Yep. This is like a hyper-speed paramedic. It's just getting around. Nice double knock-up here as make it a triple. I guess a quadra. As now Hype making his way forward. Finds a lot of damage onto Yahoo. Yeah, there's no saving him this time around. Another knock-up comes through as Croco continuing the aggression. Hype, what was that flash? That was absolute insanity. But it might actually work out here as the culling is not going to land. The flag drops. And so does the Braum. Going to be feats of warfare over to the Bros. Next objective gets feats of strength.
Absolutely. Bit of a trade there. Rich is going to be able to get this turret because Morgan TP'd down. Third dragon is going to spawn. They're going to go ahead and take this turret out. Rich getting a lot of money. Got that top turret, gets this one as well. So he's still behind in the direct matchup, but this Gwen is hitting turrets, which is where you want to be. And DRX, again, full control over this objective. Flanks could be a problem.
Yeah, Croco on a great angle here. Andil puts up the door. They can't wait for that one to wear off, though, as he puts them in the Cataclysm and leaves them there. Let's see whether this is actually going to work out, though, as Hype is free hitting, and there's a public execution, the Shockwave, the Ambessa Oriana combo. That is so sick from the Bros, as Yahoo's going to go down. That's a triple for the Corki. And that's what he was doing when he was flashing into melee range. He was sending a message that he's going to pop off this game. 5-0-2 on the Corki.
Yeah, we've all seen the Otacon take. You've seen the Otacon with Drake. Paulu's trying to...
Yeah, what about the Otakagen?
Yeah, the double.
The good old Otakagen. This is something from ancient times.
I mean, this is going to be the feats of strength that you talked about for the objective.
We've seen Pantheon do just some ridiculous things here in the LCK. But Sponge isn't quite having that day just yet. He's not too far behind or anything like that. In fact, no one really is. It's only a 2.5k gold lead here at 24 minutes. Not the end of the world.
Yeah, this ain't Legend Group. This game could get crazy real quick.
But we do know The bro have the tempo vibes. That is absolutely true. Polu going to get stunned up here as the culling going to come on through. The battle dance gets Polu well and truly out of there though. As teleport comes in, and I'm not sure whether that's where Yahoo wants to be. He brought his bear, but his bear is just going to die in hype. Stands his ground, still 1,000 gold. Goes over to the Pantheon, but Teddy is too far up, and so is Rich. And Morgan just puts him in the ground.
Just a really uncoordinated fight here from DRX, and you know, we said the gold lead was relatively small. It was only 2,000, but a near clean ace there.
Point available for them as well.
I think the shutdown gold went over to Sponge as well.
It did.
So that's like...
So I was talking about the Pantheon not really finding advantages. He's now the only one with an advantage.
That's really not...
That's a cast of something that just happened there. There's a beautiful knockup from Polu. Puts him in the Cataclysm yet again. Does Croco as Sponge is just dead. And now Flag and Drag gets Croco towards Yahoo. Will get knocked up by that grand entrance from Polu, and now he's slowed down and has nowhere to go. High Valkyrie's in, takes down the Annie. And man, this is just business as usual for the bros as they are dominating in this game.
I guess the fear was they were just going to do Baron on spawn because they have a ton of damage. 3-item Corki here. So Oriana's, you know, going to do a decent amount of damage just sitting on a Baron.
2-0-10 for closer. 1-0-13 for this Jarvan.
Teddy only needs one more kill to hit his milestone. He might not hit it in game one.
What is it with the Jarvan performances today? It's absolutely ridiculous. Junglers with names starting with C, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty good at Jarvan. Which I don't think that it correlates very much. But the flag comes in, spots out Sponge. This is for Ocean Soul. As Rich, the first one to dive in. The Grand Starfall comes down, but Croco says, that's my dragon. Polu is just going to quickness them all up, and Croco going to be able to put Rich into the Cataclysm, finds the flag and dragon. Morgan gets the follow-up. They take down the Braum. Teddy is still standing, but he's in melee range with an Ambessa, who just dashes forward, takes him down, and it is destruction here. A clean ace and the Ocean Soul here for the bros.
If it's a fairly even game state, or your Annie is giga-fed, I suppose you can look for a flank like that, but this is just not that type of game. You've got to just front to back. You've got to just play for stun whoever you can get and hope Teddy can do the damage. He's 3,200 gold behind now in this game, and it is just watching the Nexus explode is all that DRX can do now.
Yeah, the bros really making short work of them. Things were close until they absolutely were not. As there's the last-ditch effort here for DRX, but it is not going to be enough. The Nexus turrets, the first to fall as Sponge's health bar just evaporates. He has to limp his way out of there. Rich, not going to be so lucky as Teddy gets hit by one attack dissonance and just dies pretty much. The Nexus is going to follow suit, worth the same as a Tibbers, as we know. And the bros get themselves up 1-0 in this series. You can get that completely negated.
There's a lot of ifs to catching this Zeri, though. I like the Zeri because of the power in the 2v2 lane. There's the level 6 all-in. It's one of the best shows I've seen in a while. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, man, okay.
And it got all the memes, so you got to stay up to date on the memes, and it's all in there.
That is actually very important. I need to do that. I'm not very good at staying up to date on the memes.
He's down a lot of farm. This is a really it's a matchup where
2 levels.
It's a matchup where you don't get prio. You're not supposed to lose this hard. He is losing very hard.
Yeah, so he's down 1 level, right? It looked like 2 levels because the numbers were too different, but does just level up now. DRX are able to take 2 of the grubs away. Is now Closer pops the ulti. Is going to look for a reset here as Andal going down low, but Closer can't quite find that one. Nice charm. Connects onto Sponge as the Solar Flare comes on through, but Croco, he's going to be the first to go down, and it's Teddy that locks in the kill. Now Hype is looking to punish him. Extendo Beam not going to connect. There's a heroic entrance as Hype just goes bananas and dies. And that is a great team fight for DRX after they are able to lock down all 3 grubs. We are 1 away from everything for DRX as far as the feats of strength are concerned, as Croco wanted to come towards his top side and take down Rich. No flash available. Cease and desist is going to be there and will be used to try and get rid of him. And yeah, Rich has no options. He's just really dead.
Rich was like, I went into the shop, I clicked the filter for magic resistance and bought the items, and now I'm playing the game.
I'm pretty sure. Can we call the Winds of War with this skin Wings of War?
Ooh, I like that. Back. I don't think they should. It's a race for first turret, by the way, that DRX are going to win.
Yep, they also then managed to secure feats of strength.
Yeah, and it
denies
closer some farm as well. And they can actually slow play this. They should not fight now. Just take turret and walk away. I mean, I think they're onto something in this one, Atlas. They're going to get this Herald for free, surely.
Well,
surely.
Croco is hex gating. So they're not going to be getting this Rift Herald, but can there be a team fight found here for the bros as Croco gets in behind? Morgan going to be the first to go down, though, and he doesn't really get to do anything at all. Voltbreaker gets Croco kind of out of there, but Sponge is there to finish him off.
He's got 3 grubs, and that's a dead turret. It's just dead. There's no stopping this turret from going down. It's a full wave with cannon, and he is just going to take it out. So
able to find him here, needs to Volt Break to get himself back into the fog of war.
And they just burst this dragon down.
All right, Croco gets into the back of the pit here. Let's see whether the bros can actually coordinate as Sponge finding him. And now the burst could come in, but they're holding on to the dragon. Will we see an equalizer? Yes, we will. This time it's doing a lot of damage. Teddy just walks forward, though. The heroic entrance to come on down. The knock-up connects as they're looking to burst the Drake, and there is the soul point, as now the bros need to try and find an angle. A big taunt from Rich, but now Hype, can he actually find it? Flashes out of the Emperor's Divide, but unfortunately, you cannot flash the Beyblades, as Teddy just raises him up, as Morgan is going to be taken down here as well. And raises him up. Not like, that's not lifting him up, it's like hitting him with raises.
Yeah.
That's what I meant, but it didn't really
He got raised.
very well. As Rich is going to throw buckets at Morgan eventually. And there is the last kill. It is going to be the turret taken down there as well by Teddy. Starting the Otacon in the Rise group. Should be making everyone nervous, but they are very far ahead. So maybe we should not be nervous. Should we be nervous? Maybe. Okay, Charm misses. Less nervous. Maybe more nervous.
A little nervous. I'm a little nervous.
Morgan has the equalizer. He can stop the retreat as Paulo just throws an anchor to Nani as Closer gets closed in on and will get taken out. The Vi is dead as well, and Hype thrown into the meat grinder. And down he will go. And yeah, the nerves not quite there anymore, as DRX have only lost 1 throughout this entire game. And it was a Rich who did not care about it at all.
No. And in this case, it's Yahoo who does the massive damage. And Teddy was sitting super far back. He was really safely positioned there. The equalizer positioning was amazing for Morgan, but it was just too little, too late on that fight. And DRX, at 20 minutes into the game, are practically able to break open the base. They're going to get this inner turret, like using it to deny minions.
And they have all of the tempo in this game, so they get to dictate when these fights happen. Another hook finds the air. As we know, for anchors, it's not how it's supposed to work. You were practicing for the bias and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Obviously that happened.
Okay, one more fight for Bro. Good luck. 3 items severed.
So they do have to try and contest this. Let's see whether Croco can steal it away. They can see the health bar. And the equalizer goes down as it's a steal. Okay, there's something for Croco. Andil going to be taken down low. The heroic entrance just defensively to save the Leona. And Bro, get out.
Just going to do this Baron now. And there is no vision here. Bro looking for another miracle steal, but there is just too much in the way.
Looking for a bit of a turn here as the Baron down to 6,000. Polo looking to make his way in. The equalizer does calm down. That's the explosion on this Leona. They've taken 1 down, but the Baron does go over to DRX. There's the flash out from the Lord, though. Flash out from Teddy keeps him safe. Rich is diving on top of him. But it's not really going to help out. Bro, can they find the angle? That is a great charm to connect the extendo beam. Not doing too much, though. And Hype doesn't even really have an opportunity to press the ultimate button. They're taking hex skates while Polu's going in. Get Polu back in comms, Bro.
Yeah, that was... I'm actually kind of like... I was really scared for a second because Hype has ult flash.
Oh, dear.
I just think it was not communicated there what they wanted to do at the end of the fight. That's the kind of thing that you just kind of have to know. You know, you don't say it out loud necessarily, but Palu on the same page as everybody else, and DRX, the miracle fight, they avoid it. They do not get punished. They get the Baron, and they're now pushing to break open the base.
Yep, it's going to crest 10,000 gold pretty quickly here, as DRX will be able to take this one down. That is a very nice solar flare as Closer is able to at least limp his way away with the Spirit Rush, but that is now not going to be able to be used offensively. And Rich just lumbers over towards this mid inhibitor and will be able to help bonk that one down with the help of his team.
They have the third wave in the top lane coming in as well, so they can just triple inhib off of this, not take any unnecessary risks. Play-in's on the line.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been joking about our Preds, but for these two teams, this is everything. The rest of your year opened up or closed. DRX playing this very, very carefully. And they will actually back out of the base.
Yeah, Hextech Soul with Sivir. That's going to be a thing. Not to mention the Azir as well, who will be just dishing out so much damage. That's why I'm looking forward to being a dad, so I get to run baths all the time.
Yeah.
That's going to be the best part of it. Get so much of the water going down the pipe. Anyway.
All right, so now we got 6 super minions about to crash. They're not synced up here, but I mean, Sivir can just kind of throw Qs out.
All right, well, we're ceased and desisted, and Croco's dead. The rest of the bros, they will get redeemed momentarily, but I don't know whether it's much redemption of anything at all.
Human Nexus, you go into the fountain, you die.
Yeah, Polo goes in as well, and he does also die, Wolf. As it turns out, you're right on multiple fronts, as now Hype doing his very best to keep himself alive, but oh my god, that is not going to happen, not in this game, as DRX just roll over the top, and the bros deliver on their promise. I kind of love this, though. It gives you that very easy, I'm going to press the R button. We did recently see it lose pretty horrifically in our first series today.
Hands, yeah.
But we'll see whether Polo can find some redemption for the tree.
What feats of strength. And the Grubs, arguably more value, I would say, especially considering the side lane win cons we talked about.
Then it kind of does nullify it. And this Yorick in a side lane could be problematic. Hype is now a very long way away. The flash comes in as Andil looking to hold Hype in position. And he's just trying to walk his way out, but he cannot do it. As now we've got Sponge over here perfectly catching Closer on the Realm Warp. Good for the bros.
The Grub here, by the way, was pinged several times, I think by Rich. There was a bunch of question mark pings on it. They did not secure the last Grub. So now Sponge will eventually come over here when he has a little bit of extra free time to secure that. So it's not a 3 Grub for Bro, just 2 that get picked up by them.
It's going to be a little bit difficult for DRX to fight for the next dragon now, perhaps.
No flash, by the way. He might just die here to Wukong ult.
Yep. The Cyclone is going to come in, and Wolf, you may have been onto something, as he is going to go down once again for DRX.
It's not an issue that Hype is behind, per se. It's just an issue that Teddy's ahead, if you know what I mean. And Morgan may no longer be ahead.
Yeah, Morgan is not looking to be too far ahead. And in fact, he is dead.
Sponge is just like, this is my game now.
So as Rich still had his up and available. And DRX now looking for even more. Croco is going to come in. They will take a plate. That looks to be all they're going to be able to collect as Rich has to flash out of the way of Croco, who is just going to eat him. All right, this Trundle is a monster. He's going to take a bite out of Sponge as well and says, you can live. Oh, Closer is just going to walk up, though. Let's see whether the bros can actually find an inroad as Polo, level 7, will be able to throw down the ulti, finds the snare onto Sponge, who's taking a fair bit of damage. Warrior Trixie gets him out of there as it is Croco locking up this dragon, but he has to, oh, okay, just eats the monkey. And now Teddy dives on forward. It is going to be a Chemtech Soul as Hype wants to get this damage down. Closer kills Teddy, just flash executes him. And there is the keeper's verdict, but the verdict is in. You are dead. Andil, there is nothing you can do about that. As we have a bit of Biffo in the top lane, but that was very comical in the end. As all right, DRX are looking to take down this Rift Herald. It will be secured as now Croco going to just walk on up, but he's a little late to this party as they're guarding the eye. DRX haven't been able to lock that one down just yet.
Except slightly. Not going to commit. And actually now going to go for the turret. Yeah,
what are we doing here? We're not allowed to be here! Oh god, Closer just takes him down. That is going to be first turret going over to the bros as well. As Rich in this bottom lane, we're going to check it out with the teleport.
That's always a big indicator of who's going to win. Sponge here looking for Closer.
Yeah, he's going to get dove on as Polo just a little late to the party. The Realm Warp not going to work out. The Bramble Smash looked kind of cool. Kennel placement, great. but unfortunately the tree is still dead, and the vibes
just like that, Atlas.
Yep. Well, Croco is trying to eat a Poppy, and
that's
Poppy says goodbye.
And that's another reason not to pick Poppy there.
Well, I mean, did disengage relatively well. Teddy going to be able to lock down this turret at the
I'm
same
just
time.
making every reason.
Bozo looking for Yahoo on an angle, and the bros have so much vision control. It is absolutely insane. There is still a ward in here, but Sponge, can you win this 50-50? His keeper's verdict is in, and the verdict is goodbye, Mr. Trundle. And now we got a Rune Prison. The curtains have been called, and this monkey is not long for the world. Down he will go, does get a fair bit of work done. But the sacrifice is Monkey for Dragon.
Kind of can pull this off. There is a TP for Rich, but the DRX need to come over there like ASAP. Like, where do you think they went, Teddy? Yeah, they're up there doing autocons.
They are going to spot him, as Teddy does find out, but that is just information that it is going to go down that they would have got anyway. And Morgan looking to defend this, so the autocon in trade for the Dragon has to come out here from Teddy.
Okay, we're going to see a collapse on
Morgan. Flash in onto Morgan. Can he stick around? Oh my god, gets so much health back. Everyone turns up as the jump scare comes in. They might be able to just take down this turret. They may need to, as Crocu's going to walk in. Puts a kennel on top of Sponge. He's got to fight off to the side as the keeper's verdict does get rid of the Yorick. And now Rich is just trying to run away. Finally, the Trundle takes down the monkey, but that flash in from Morgan will get denied by Rich. Andal doesn't have the same level of safety, though.
They're gonna get
Yahoo is chilling out in the top lane.
They're going to get this turret in the top lane. Teddy had a really strong push in mid as well, so it's not like DRX get nothing back, but this is definitely a trade up for Bro, who will also get turrets in exchange during these backs here. They have a huge wave in mid to take the mid turret down. They got Demolish here as well because it's a Yorick pushing this one down. They get the bottom turret, and DRX, they're gold.
Oh god!
Gone. They're getting another one.
That's going to be an inhibitor turret?
Rich is TPing into mid.
Another inhibitor turret, and he's straight into a baby cage. As the ghoulie wall is going to pin him down.
It's like
it's him and Croco, but honestly, I do feel like they're both the kingpins of this one, if you know what I mean. Both of them sitting on 4 and 1 as well.
Yeah, sometimes you can actually have 2 equal bosses.
Yeah, right? It's
usually
like
they're like twin brothers in a video game.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The twin brothers in the video game, man.
Yeah.
If your AD carry is like struggling moving up too far, which Hype is currently maybe doing. No, never mind. There is a Maiden and a Yorick in front of him as another inner turret is going to fall down.
Don't want a side lane? No, just with this comp 5-man available now. We'll get the Demolish here and should be able to take this turret out and escape.
Yeah, Morgan is going to come in. Puts Rich in the ghoulie wall as Deadly Flourish not going to quite find the angle here.
Might have been a bit of an error.
Well,
or
there does need to be a teleport to come in, as Croco is just going to walk on over and eat the dragon from 200 health.
What am I watching here? Championship possibilities might be fading before your eyes.
Exactly.
As this is just a dead Baron. They got the old Apollo to zone him away. There's no way.
They just walk up to the dragon, take the dragon. And then their master plan is walk up to the Baron and take the Baron.
They remove the pendulum. I think they should consider defending it.
They need to break out of this Britnetism, man. As Keeper's Verdict is going to get rid of the Yorick, and now Closer goes golden. Can they buy enough time? That's the question. As the nature is grasping, but perhaps it is grasping at straws. As Rich goes golden, he gets punched back though. Polu holding them at bay as Rich is flashing, but so is Croco, and he dives in. Give your tribute to the king as he goes down. Morgan flashes away though. Finally, they take down the Yorick. This is an absolute disaster here on both sides, but it's the bros that thrive in moments like this.
Yahoo.
Hype, you thrive in moments like this, by the way.
Yahoo's going to try to get a back off here so they cannot take out these Nexus turrets. I mean, there is a wave in Baron.
Hang on, just stop the backs. Never mind. Polo is dead. And now it's Hype versus Yahoo.
He gets one Nexus turret and then he's out.
He's already used the leap strike as Closer look. He's just lumbering towards him very slowly. But Hype is just going to follow the minion wave. All right, DRX, you can have a third dragon because we're just going to win the game. Yeah. Okay, bro. That's their name for a reason. It's just, okay, bro, just win, I guess. As in goes Rich, taking a fair bit of damage. There's the Keeper's Verdict being channeled, but that is just going to go on a little bit of a cooldown. He's just going to walk on up.
What's a smite steal?
Well, let's see what he can do here. As he just can't. Polu with the nature's grasp. that Morgan does have trailing after him. The Baron up and available. That is going to be where the battle lines are drawn. There is the Cyclone engage, but Polu finds Teddy. Sponge taking a lot of damage, but Closer is going to be the first to go down. Andal gets a heroic charge, and it is absolute heroism as Hype does find the fadeaway shot onto the jungler, and Croco's alive, but unfortunately, the rest of his team is dead. It's a triple for Rich. My perfect predictions.
Oh, Croco, you said he wasn't gonna die.
Wait, can Croco just walk up and eat the Nexus?
You said he wasn't gonna die.
If he eats the Nexus, they win.
Rich
Gets
smote.
Oh, will have lead strike up again, so they manage to hold down. Oh, he gets to press R, and it's not enough. Teddy locks it down, and then DRX managed to take the Baron.
This game is still on. Like the rest of the.
I mean, the pendulum do be swinging back.
No, it's DRX definitely in control now, but that was a ton of time buy for Croco. And they're going to get Baron, and then could try to push. This inhibitor is going to respawn shortly.
Beasts of the scaled variety. Because I'm sensing a bit of an elder flip in our future.
Oh, okay, that's what you were. Okay, I got you. I was like, Wukong, is he really like? He's mythical, but like.
Yeah.
I could see the elder flip being what decides it all. Yeah, I was kind of leaning towards that.
That would be the perfect bookend.
Bro,
to the Fries group.
Bro absolutely should not just like walk in and try to fight DRX right now. Like, I think they have to just wait out this Baron as best as they can.
Team Redemption comes down, and now the Elder has been started.
Okay, here we go. This is it.
Yep,
for everything.
Oh, it has to be a 50-50. Come on, junglers, both of you in the pit. Mano-a-mano. As Alright Yehu is just going to pop like a balloon. The grenade is dancing around the fight, but Closer is going to go down as well. Both mid laners are dead. It's an absolute melee. A bloodbath, but Rich getting in on top of them. The GA is going to work, but Teddy is dead. And Morgan is just smacking them with a shovel. The shovel of the monster. And Sponge is going to be the last man standing, but that monkey is going to be put in the ground, and the bros will do it!
And Hype, 10,000 damage in the fight. Who says you can't team fight? It's not Morgan, as they are going to win it. They are going to go to play-ins here, and Bro saved the year on an Elder fight in a 45-minute game to close out the 5th and final Game 3 between these two teams. Bro have done it.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.